Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. So from our chapter Pictorial Representation, we are now going to learn about pictographs. What are pictographs? A pictograph is used to represent information using pictures. Yes, like for example, we have learned in the previous class how to represent our information in the form of a table or a list. Yes, children. Now, when we show the same information using pictures, can you see here we are using the picture of our ice creams to represent the information. So when such pictures are used to represent our information, it is called as pictographs. Here the word picto means picture. Yes. What is graph? Graph means the presentation of data or the information that we are doing. So what is a pictograph? A pictograph is used to represent information using pictures. Now again, what does this do? It uses pictures to represent the given information. It has a title. So what does this see here? What is the title of this pictograph? It is the number of ice creams sold. Ice creams sold is the title of our pictograph. If you do not have a title, how will we understand, children? Title means the heading here. Title means the heading. So if we do not have a title, we will not be able to understand what the pictograph is about. Yes, so pictographs come with a title on top. Next, it is easy to read and understand. With the help of pictures, it becomes easy for us to read and understand the information. Yes, so pictographs uses pictures, so it becomes easy for us to read and also understand information. And lastly, a pictograph looks interesting. Yes or no, children? Suppose if I give you a page full of written information, it will consist of only words. Like for example, consider this slide here. It is having only words. It is not having any pictures or anything. So it will not look interesting for you. Whereas if you look at this is filled with the ice cream pictures. So because of the use of pictures, this is looking very interesting for us. So pictograph looks interesting. Now let us look at how to represent using a pictograph. The number of ice creams sold by an ice cream vendor on 4 different days is given below. So what is the information given, children? The number of ice creams. The number of ice creams sold by an ice cream vendor. Vendor means seller. Okay. On 4 different days. That is on Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday is given. So on Thursday he has sold 6 ice creams. On Friday he has sold 11 ice creams. On Saturday sold 8 ice creams. And on Sunday he has sold 22 ice creams. Is this clear, children? So now this table or this piece of information we are going to represent using our pictographs. So what will be the columns again? The columns will be the same. That is the day and the number of ice creams sold. See the day and the number of ice creams sold. So what is the first day? The first day is Thursday. So on Thursday, how many ice creams were sold, children? 6 ice creams were sold. So we are using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ice creams here. Understood? On Thursday, 6 ice creams were sold. So we have drawn 6 ice creams. Now coming to the next day, Friday. 11 ice creams were sold. So we have drawn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we are using 11 ice creams here. Why? Because on Friday 11 ice creams were sold. Again on Saturday 8 ice creams were sold. So on Saturday, for Saturday we have placed 8 ice creams. Next on Sunday 22 ice creams were sold. See on Sunday, as you can see, we are having 22 ice creams here. So what are we able to understand? Each ice cream picture stands for one ice cream. there are 6 ice cream pictures. How many ice cream pictures here, children? Here we are having 6 ice cream pictures. And what is the actual number of ice creams sold? It is also equal to 6. So that means one ice cream picture is equal to one ice cream sold. One ice cream picture stands for one ice cream sold. So like this, depending on the number of ice cream sold, we have used the number of ice creams. Is this clear, children? This is what is a pictograph. Before we just had a simple table which showed us the days and also the number of ice creams sold on those days. But using pictograph, it is looking very interesting. Yes or no? The same information we are representing using the ice cream pictures, so that it becomes easier for us to understand, and also it looks very interesting. Now let us answer the questions based on the pictograph. What information does the pictograph show, children? See this pictograph, what is it showing? It is showing the number of ice creams sold. It is showing the number of ice creams sold on 1, 2, 3, 4. On 4 days of the week. What is a pictograph showing? It is showing the number of ice creams sold on 4 days of the week. Next, on which day were the most number of ice creams sold? By looking itself, on which day were the most number of ice creams sold, children? Yes, on Sunday. On Sunday, the most number of ice creams were sold. And what is the count? 22 ice creams were sold. See here. 22 ice creams were sold on Sunday. So Sunday becomes the day on which most number of ice creams were sold. Next, on which day were the least, L-E-A-S-T, on which day were the least number of ice creams sold? Now where can we find the least number of ice creams here? On Thursday. So on Thursday, the least number of ice creams were sold. How many? Only 6. So Thursday becomes the day on which the least number of ice creams was sold. And the last question, how many ice creams were sold on Friday and Sunday all together? On Friday and Sunday all together, children. Friday and Sunday. On Friday we sold 11 ice creams, and on Sunday the vendor sold 22 ice creams. So what is the total? 1 plus 2, 3. 1 plus 2, 3. So a total of 33 ice creams were sold on Friday and Sunday together. See here, the total is 11 plus 22, 33. 11 were sold on Friday, 22 were sold on Sunday. Altogether, 32 ice creams were sold. Now again, given below is the list of different kinds of books in a school library. So what is the list here? It is the list showing the types of books, different types of books in a library. And what are the different categories here, children? We have story books, dictionaries, encyclopedia and comics. We have story books, dictionaries, encyclopedias and comics. And we have 40 story books. This is the number of books. Yes, we have 40 story books, 5 dictionaries, 10 encyclopedias and 30 comics. So now the librarian has displayed the information in a pictograph. It is difficult to draw so many books. Therefore, one book represents 5 books, children. See here, if you look at it, we are having 40 books, 30 books. Now these are big numbers. Yes, it will be difficult for us to draw 40 books. If you want to represent this information about the different types of books using a pictograph. Again, what is a pictograph? In pictograph, we use pictures to represent the information. Yes, so if we are going to use a pictograph, then we'll have to draw 40 books. Yes, 40 story books there are 40. So in the pictograph we have to draw 40 books. It will be difficult for us. So what are we doing? We look for a number, that is what, one book represents 5 books. So what we'll do is we'll draw one book, but what will we say, that one book is equal to 5 books. One picture of book is equal to 5 number of books. Understood, children? One picture of book is equal to 5 books. So what did our librarian do? Each picture of book stands for 5 books. Now count the number of story books here. We having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are having 8 book pictures. 8 book pictures. And what is it? Each picture stands for 5 books. We are having 8 book pictures. And one picture stands for 5 books. So now 8 books is equal to how much? 8 into 5, that is equal to 40 books. That is equal to 40 books. Even though we are seeing only 8 book pictures here, what is its actual value, children? What is it representing? It is representing 40 books. It is representing 40 books. See, what we have decided? We have decided that one book represents 5 books. So we have to divide. We have to divide all the number of books by 5. 40 divided by 5, 8. 5 divided by 5, 1. 10 divided by 5, 2. 30 divided by 5, 6. So that means we have to draw 8 book pictures here. 1 book picture, 2 book picture and 6 books pictures. See, 8, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Understood? So even though we are having only one book, what does this mean? 1 into 5, 5 books. Here we are having only 2 books, but what does it actually represent? 2 into 5, 10 books. Here we are having only 6 books. So what does it represent actually? 6 into 5, 30 books, children. So like this, using pictographs. Yes, in the previous pictograph, each picture here stands for only one ice cream. But in this pictograph, as the number of books are more, what did we do? Each picture stands for 5 books. I hope this is clear, children. Each picture stands for 5 books. Now the questions. How many different types of books does the library have? What are the different types? 1, 2, 3, 4. The library has 4 different types of books. Now what is the number of story books in the library? So in the library, what is the number of story books, children? See, what is the number of story books? We are having 40 story books in the library. So our answer becomes, there are 40 story books in the library. How many dictionaries are there in the library? See, as we can see here, we are having only one book here for dictionary. But as one book stands for 5 books, we'll multiply with 5 and the answer would be 5. So how many dictionaries do we have? We are having 5 dictionaries. Next, the last question. The number of comics is more than the number of storybooks. The number of comics is more than the number of storybooks. By looking itself, what can you say, children? Which are more? Are the storybooks more in number or comics more in number? Storybooks are more. Storybooks are more. But what are they saying? They are saying that comics is more than the number of storybooks. Is this true? No, it is false. This statement is false. Yes? Now coming to bar graphs. Just now we have seen how to represent the information using pictures. Now in bar graphs, a bar graph is used to show the above information. See, this is how a bar graph looks. This is called as a bar. By bar we mean chocolate bar. You might be eating chocolate bars like Milky Bar. Yes. So a rectangular shape is called as a bar. We say a bar of gold, iron bar. Yes, a chocolate bar. Yes, a bar is nothing but a rectangular shape, children. So when we use such bars to represent information, it is called as a bar graph. It is called as a bar graph. What does a bar graph do? A bar graph uses bars of different heights. Yes, what are we using here? We are using bars. These are called as bars. And as you can see, is the height of these bars the same? No, the heights of these bars are different. So a bar graph uses bars of different heights to convey the information. That means to represent the information. Again, bar graph also has a title, and a bar graph can be made colorful. See how colorful is our bar graph? Orange, we have orange, blue, yellow and green colors. Yes, so a bar graph uses bars of different heights to present the information. It has a title and it looks interesting because it can be made colorful. Now let us look at the question, children. The list given below shows the preference of students for different kinds of nuts. Like see, we are having 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 kinds of nuts, that are almonds, cashew nuts, walnuts and peanuts. And what are the number of students who like them? 5 students like almonds, 8 like cashew nuts, 3 like walnuts and 10 like peanuts. So this information we are going to represent using a bar graph. Now here children, we are having two. What is this? One is the nuts, type of nuts, and the other is the number of students. So here on this line we will take the types of nuts, and on this vertical line we will take the number of students again. Yes, see, students 1, 0, we always start with 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now these numbers depend on the number of students we have. See, we are having a maximum of 10 students. So we have gone for one number 1, 2, 3, 4 till 10 children. Suppose if I have till 15, then I have to go till 15 here. Understood? So like this. Now what are the different types of nuts? Almonds, cashew nuts, walnuts and peanuts. So make space between each again. See, we are having some space, then almonds, then some space, cashew nuts, space, walnuts, space, peanuts, and then again some space children. Again this gap between each bars should be the same. Like for example, if you are using a scale like 1 centimeter, then again leave 1 centimeter for the graph. Now 1 centimeter for space, again 1 centimeter for the graph. 1 centimeter space, 1 centimeter graph. Sorry, 1 centimeter bar. Like this on equal heights. Again even the numbers also 1 centimeter. Again after 1 centimeter write 2. Again after 1 centimeter write 3. Again after 1 centimeter write 4. Like this, make sure that the distance is the same between all the bars. Now what should we do? On the horizontal line we are taking the different types of nuts: almonds, cashew nuts, walnuts and peanuts. On the vertical line we are taking the number of students from 0 till 10. Now coming to the first one, almonds. 5 students like almonds. So for almonds, how many children like how many students like them? 5. So here is our 5. Here is our 5. So draw a bar like this. Draw a bar like this till 5. Till 5. You have to draw the bar or color the bar till 5. Understood children? Now this bar is of certain width. Yes, 1 centimeter. Here how much did we take? 1 centimeter width. So 1 centimeter width you have to draw the bar. As 5 students like almonds, you have to fill it up only till 5. Now coming to cashew nuts, 8 students like cashews. So here is our 8. So in the cashews bar, the cashew nuts bar should be filled till 8. Should be filled till 8. Next, 3 students prefer walnuts. So in the walnuts bar should be filled till 3. See, this is our 3 here, right? So it should be filled till 3. Now 10 students like peanuts. So the peanuts bar should be filled till 10. Understood children? Depending on the number of students who like the nuts, we have filled the bars or colored the bars till there. See, if someone asks you by looking at this graph, you have to answer them. Like how many students like walnuts? So go to walnuts. It is ending here, right? Now go in the vertical line and see what is the number it is pointing to. It is pointing to 3. So that means 3 students like walnuts. I hope this is clear. Now every bar is of equal width and the space between two bars is also equal. Here each bar conveys the number of students who like a particular nut. For example, the yellow bar conveys that 3 students like walnuts and the blue bar conveys that 8 students like cashew nuts. Now what is this saying? Every bar is of equal width. What is the width here, children? This is the width. As I said, the width of each bar should be the same, and also make sure that the space between the bars should also be the same. You should not take 1 centimeter here, then give 2 centimeter gap, then again 1 centimeter. Okay, you should not do like that. The space and also the width of the bar should be the same for all the given bars. And next, what are they saying? That each bar conveys the number of students who like a particular nut. Yes, so what does this bar tell us? What does this bar mean? It means the number of students who like a particular nut. For example, this orange bar says that 5 students, it is stopping at 5. So 5 students like which nut? Almonds. 5 students like almonds. Now what does the blue bar tell us? Here. So 8. 8 students like cashew nuts. What does the yellow bar tell us? Here. 3 students like walnuts. So like this, each colored bar or each bar gives us different pieces of information. Now let us answer the questions, children. What is the title of the bar graph? What is the title of the bar graph for this? What does this say? It tells us the different nuts liked by the students. So this becomes the title. Nuts liked by the students. Now next question. The number of students who likes walnuts are? How many students like walnuts? See here. If you look at the vertical line that is on the number of students, it is pointing to 3. So 3 students like walnuts. Next, the nut liked by most of the students. By most of the students means you have to look for the bar with the which is the tallest one, which is the highest one. Which is it? It is the bar of peanuts. So peanuts is the most liked nut among the given nuts. Even if you look at the table, children, and compare the numbers 5, 8, 3 and 10, 10 is the highest. Now what is this? This is the number of students who like peanuts. So peanuts is the most liked nut among the given ones. So our answer becomes peanuts. And the last one, the number of students who like cashew nuts is more than the number of students who like almonds. Cashew nuts and almonds. Almonds are liked by 5. Cashew nuts are liked by 8. What are they saying here? The number of students who like cashews is more. Cashews is 8 and almonds is 5. What is the relation? 8 is greater than 5. So cashews are liked more than our almonds. And this is also the statement given, yes, that the cashews are liked more than almonds. So the statement becomes true. The number of students who like cashew nuts is more than the number of students who like almonds. I hope this is clear, children. How to construct a bar graph and also how to understand what is given in the bar graph. Now coming to exercise problems. Take what is this? This is the piece of information collected by Arun and Riya. Yes, they have shown the number of vehicles and the types of vehicles that have passed between 4:30 p.m. and 5 p.m. at a particular traffic junction. What is this? This table shows that different types of vehicles. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different types of vehicles have passed by a particular traffic junction between 4:30 and 5 p.m. And also it also tells us about the number of different types of vehicles, like how many buses, how many cars, how many trucks, how many two-wheelers, and how many auto rickshaws have passed. Let us look at the questions. Now the number of buses is, how many buses, children? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the number of buses is 5. The number of cars is 1, 2, 3, 4. So the number of cars is 4. The total number of vehicles that passed by, we want the total. So this is 1, this is 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 5, 4, right? So we have to find out the overall total. 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 5, 15, 15 plus 7, 22. So in total, 22 vehicles have passed. Now the number of auto rickshaw is dash more than the number of trucks. So what is the number of auto rickshaws? We are having 7 auto rickshaws and we have only 1 truck. So how much is the difference between these two? 7 minus 1 is equal to 6. So the number of auto rickshaw is 6 more than the number of trucks. It is 6 more than the number of trucks. The number of cars and buses together. The number of cars and buses together. Let us see. We are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 4. 5 buses, 4 cars. So 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. Altogether is the same as the number of two-wheelers. Let us look how many two-wheelers we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The total here was 9 and the number of two-wheelers is 6. Now is this same, children? Are these both the numbers the same? No, they are not the same. So the statement becomes false. Yes. Now coming to the next list. Okay, again this is also a list, children, like a pictograph. And here what is the important thing, that one chocolate picture stands for 3 chocolates. 1 stands for 3 chocolates. Now the number of chocolates eaten by Brian becomes how much? Brian, what is shown? It is shown as 4 chocolates. It is shown as 4. But in actuality, 1 represents 3. So we have to multiply by 3. 4 into 3, 12. So the number of chocolates eaten by Brian is 12. Now the least number of chocolates was eaten by looking at the list, children, pictograph, who ate the least number of chocolates? Nishita. So the least number of chocolates is eaten by Nishita. Next, the maximum number of chocolates who ate? This is the highest. So Anushka ate the maximum number of chocolates. And how many did Anushka eat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As 1 represents 3, so we have to multiply 7 by 3. 7 3s are 21. So Anushka ate 21 chocolates. Now how many less chocolates did Syed eat than Anushka? Anushka ate 21. How many did Syed eat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 into 3 is equal to 15. So Syed ate 15 chocolates. Now what is the difference? How much less did he eat? 21 minus 15 is equal to 6. So Syed ate 6 less chocolates than Anushka. Clear, children? Now coming to the bar graph. What is this? It tells us the lifespan of insects. That means like for how many months the insects lives, like butterfly, dragonfly, cricket and honeybee. Now butterfly lives for dash months. Let us look at butterfly here. Butterfly is stopping at here. If you look at the number of months, what is it? It is 10. So a butterfly lives for 10 months. Next, honeybee lives for dash months longer than the butterfly. Honeybee lives for how many months, children? 12 months. For how many months does butterfly live? 10. So what is the difference? 12 minus 10 is equal to 2. So a honeybee lives for 2 months longer than the butterfly. Next, dash and dash have the same lifespan. So for the same lifespan, you have to look at the bars which are of the same height. If you look at these two bars, they are of the same height. So that means their lifespan is the same, that is 4 months. And what are those insects, children, having the same lifespan? Dragonfly and cricket. So dragonfly and cricket have the same lifespan. So I hope this is clear for you. This is how we construct bar graphs and pictographs, and how do we interpret the information, that is understand the information that is given in the pictographs and bar graphs, children. So in the next class we will discuss multiple choice questions from our chapter Pictorial Representation. I hope today's class was clear.